So I'm going to segue back into talking about you.
Okay.
Right? What's the one thing in your number of years that you spent on earth? What's the one thing that you regret not doing? Or you don't have any regrets yet?
What thing I regret not doing? That's a tough one. Nobody really asked that. Regret not doing. I don't have regrets because I'm a doer. Like, I want to get into politics, I go into politics. I don't hold back punches. I wanted to learn how to sail. I started to learn how to sail. When I'm attracted to somebody, I express myself. I don't pull punches. I don't. Yeah, I mean, even the move to Labour Party, a lot of people at the time were like, oh wow, Labour Party doesn't make sense. They don't have structure, they don't do this. But I go with conviction. So, and that's my life. I mean, what can I say that I regret not doing? I mean, education, when I wanted to focus and do an education, I focused and did well in education. I don't have regrets. I guess maybe I could say I could be better at a lot of things.
Yeah.
I could be better at my spirituality.
Mhm.
I could be better in managing my time more efficiently.
Yeah.
You know, I could be better, but I don't have regrets.
Okay. Do you have a nickname? Do you have any?
I have several.
What's your favorite?
Well, there's GRV, which is just my initials.
Yeah.
My friends in uni used to call me R Vizak. It's a play on my last name, Rhodes Vivour, RV. And I think there was I'm sure it's not your generation, so you don't know this song. Beanie Siegel and Jay-Z had a song. I was Guess Who Zach, so is that played on that and call me R Vizak. My middle name is Patrick, so some people call me Paddy.
So, if not politics, if not architecture, what else would you be doing?
I'm doing everything I want to do. I'm into architecture, I'm into commodity trading, I'm into exports, I'm into art. At the point in time, I owned a clothing company, which I still own. I've just not paid a lot of attention to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, literati. There was a time in this country where it was, if you count the top 3 t-shirt producers in Nigeria, you had to mention literati clothing.
So what happened? Why the pause?
No, because it was about culture, and I felt that a new generation came. I could not keep up. And I had to get new designers come on board, and we never quite did that. So, it's not dead. We're still going to revive it, but we need to get new creative directors that can speak to this generation. Because it was very successful because it spoke to my generation, but that's almost going on 15 years now.
15?
Yeah, it was started in 2009.
Okay, so would you term yourself a multi-potentialite?
I've never heard that word before. What does it mean?
So a multi-potentialite is somebody that has the skill, the ability, the brain space to do a number of things, right? A master of, or the saying that says, not a master of none, but
Oftentimes better than
that's the continuation of it.
Yeah, that's the conversation. I know
So
that.
essentially, they can do a number of things and do it well, right?
Yeah, I want to, but I don't even like that word multi-potentialite. It means that you stop in potential. You have not done, right? But I am a doer, right? So I do, and everything is tied to creativity and problem solving at the core of everything, right? I think the only thing that you might see that does not really speak to that is probably commodity trading.
Yeah.
But we have to make money to fund these things, so we get most of our funding comes from that, right? And it allows you to do finer things in life.
That's
So-
commodity trading.
Yeah, commodity trading, and also yeah, commodity trading. But that's the business side of me. That's just pure business. Passion is important, but it cannot be the end all and be all.
Never.
That Dangote is not passionate about cement. He probably does not see cement and is excited about cement, but he's excited about financial success, right? And that's important as well. I'll not be able to be in politics if I could not at least make some level of ends meet,
Exactly.
right? A form for Labour Party with everything that they say about not giving shishi cost over 15 million, right? Labour PDP was for 1.5 million. I had to buy two forms in less than a span of 3 months. That's not easy, right? So we're friends, family, they key into it as well. But people key into people that have value. So the whole point is one must be chasing their passions, but also making sure that they have things in
Set
place
up.
that bring in bread and butter money, and bring in monies to be able to, make things happen.
It's funny because your generation is generation that pursues specialist type of experience.
You think so?
I really believe so. You see somebody that's worked in the back for 20 years, and
Well,
you're
fair
wondering,
enough.
what's happening? Don't they have other things to do? This generation is wild.
Yes.
They have varying interests at different ends.
Yes. I don't even know which one is better, to be honest with you, because you then find that there are a lot of people that are not specialists in anything, and you cannot build a society on people that just have interest, right? You need to be able to have a surgeon, and must have
Yeah.
gained practice. You need to have an engineer, and they gain practice. To build bridge is not something that's it's just interest.
In all of construction projects.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, and it takes practice, it takes experience. So um, I think we need to find a happy marriage in terms of, planning, passion, execution, and being able to have a means of earning a living. Um, we can't all be content creators, we
Yeah.
can't all be entrepreneurs,
Influencers, yeah.
we can't all be influencers, we can't all. There must be there must be pillars that hold society. Healthcare is a pillar in society, education is a pillar in society, construction infrastructure, pillar in society, arts is a pillar in society, right? And there must be people that are dedicating their lives to these things for it to stand and for it to become excellent.
Security is a pillar.
Security is a pillar too. It cannot just be a passing interest. That's why you have forces in those fields that have given their life to it. So that's very important.
Okay, as a segue, you mentioned health is a pillar in society. I know that you have a health mandate, or on your mandate you have a health plan. What would a working health sector in Lagos look like to you?
Well, a solid primary healthcare system across the entire state that is evenly distributed in all the local governments with a standard that is evenly distributed. So it's not a situation where you go to Lagos Central and you see a primary healthcare service that is better than the one they are getting at Jegunle. When you enter there, you should be getting a Lagos standard. Also, a lot of training of our healthcare professionals, a lot of recruitment of support staff as well, a lot of focus on preventative medicine to ensure that people also understand things that they can do to prevent themselves from being sick. Also, education on the pathway to get medical service. So there will be call posts. You can call, you can talk to a doctor. They can diagnose you for typhoid, treated based on data, right? And
These Nigerians are not strong on.
yes, yes, and that then leads to secondary problems like damage to the liver, damage to the kidneys, and also take away from this idea of agbo. A lot of people just self-medicate with agbo. So for us, we're going to run a data-heavy health delivery system and educate the people on the pathway. So you go primary health care, general hospital, tertiary hospital. You don't just you're feeling ill, you go to a general hospital and they tell you that there's no bed. Right? So that's kind of, and then access to primary health care insurance, micro health insurance. Even me as a candidate, I have micro health insurance. I'm coming from police barracks where we're doing a health outreach and I shared about 100 health insurance cards, right? It insures people for a month. They can call the doctor, speak to the doctor, get diagnostic tests. It's for free to them because I've already paid But the idea is to normalize getting diagnostic tests done. And then also get treatment of a certain amount of money and drugs.
Okay. So, in your experience so far, does the quote "politics is a dirty game" does it work?
Politics became a dirty game because all the good people left it to the dirty people.
Are they dirty
Really,
people
that
or
simple.
just selfish people?
It's dirty. When people are selfish, selfish and greed is a dirty thing. It's a disgusting quality for a human being to have. Where you are stealing all the money for a state, putting it in your house, and then you are seeing young women that the state should take care of. They have to resort to prostitution. You are seeing young men that the state should take care of. They have to be on the street carrying plastics, hitting cars, being on drugs. Looking at the lives of so many people be destroyed. Is that not? It's even more than dirty. That's. I don't even know the word to use. Evil. I say evil, right?
Yeah.
So it's more than just is a bad, is a politics. And also our society does not help matters because you see people that should be stoning their politicians. They'll be clapping for them. Their children are superstars in the club. They are clapping for them. They are popping bottles. They are clapping for them. Those drinks, those champagne bottles, is your money that is spending. It's your primary school that did not put tables and chairs in that is spending.
What gives you the audacity? The mind.
The mind. Well, first and foremost, I prepared almost 10 years for this. Even when in school, my thesis was on communal waste management and not real waste management, not this picking and packing that these people are doing, that they are calling waste management. For me, waste in Lagos State, and waste management has to do with recycling, upcycling, and converting waste to wealth. So that was my thesis. For that, I got a distinction, and at the time I was at MIT.
Yeah.
Right. After that, I worked with the American government in relation to urban planning New Orleans, which had to do with flooding. Again, I selected that project because of the similarities to the situation with Lagos and flooding, being on a low coastal plain in terms of water levels. So there's that. After that, I worked with Chinese government on urban planning in terms of density, trying to increase density in a space, and at the same time ensuring that they don't lose the community feeling. When I moved to Nigeria, I got into affordable housing with an aim to deliver projects at 40% less the cost relative to traditional construction methods. Right, so consistently, and even when I was going against the government in relation to genetic modified foods, there was a constant push for the wellness of the people of Nigeria and the people of Lagos. So I say to people, the main problem that Lagos has is very poor design, poor planning, just anything goes, no proper long-term vision, right? Very poor implementation, which is why it takes 13, 14 years to get a blue line, and then the president will come and commission it and no work yesterday, they're not going to work tomorrow. So these are the things that we're going to be going after to deliver a legacy that works, right? We're going to open up our accounting, make sure it's transparent, benchmark our projects to World Bank standards, ensure that we make Lagos State number one in terms of ease of doing business, reduce the corruption in the system so that businesses can thrive. A lot of the time we have leaders that just use politics to divide us so they can steal from us. They use religion to divide us with the sole purpose of collecting power to steal from us. The British were very tribalistic people. When I look at what happened in Great Britain, like with the Irish, with the Scots, with the Welsh, with even the Anglo-Saxons in England, there was a time where if you came from a certain part of London, they used to be discriminating against them. But a point came where they said, we have to all come together and push our collective interests. And it was in doing that they now came and started colonizing the rest of the world. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's extremely important that we do that as a nation, and that everybody feels that everybody's pulling their weight.
Yeah.
The reason why people say they want to pull apart is because they feel that they're carrying too much load of other people, and you find that the leaders have deliberately, right, weaponized poverty